Welcome to Mystic Nature video. Topic: birth year will reveal your personality, contributes about 70% of the characters. To remove hardship, suffering, and pain. Overview listening. Reading and understanding what is mentioned here will help you to have a harmonious life. The details stated here will help you to understand the other person well. It is also a general guide for the relevant person to interact with people around them in order to create good relationships, if it is needed. Birth years tell you the type of person you are going to be. Will shape a person. Enable you to understand how and why they behave like what you saw. Help you to know why you are treated in a certain way by the individual. See, certain people put on a different face in front of the world many times because they feel the world wants such a face, or that is the correct face to show out. So they hide in themselves and behave in a different manner. This occurs in new relationships. Suck Madman's teaching about characters of a person does not rely on nor take into consideration the following. 1. Chinese zodiacs of rat until pig ears. 2. Western horoscope of Capricorn until Sagittarius. 3. Tarot card reading. The stated characters will be very pronounced once the person reaches young adulthood. If at all the person is totally not having the general characters, as per the birth dates and years mentioned, then the person may need cleansing and use Suckmed products. Other factors may have influenced the person. E.g., the person may be followed or possessed by spirits, souls, ghosts, negatives. Please send a latest photo of the person to linapyt@gmail.com for cleansing. At the same time, let the relevant person wear a Suckmed pendant for protection. Other types of Suckmed products are available too. Characteristics by birth years. The next few screens inform the characters of people by birth years. They contribute to about 70% of the characters of a person. They are only a general guide about the character of a person. A more accurate analysis would depend on birth date and circumstances, situation, environment. F1. Characters for people with birth years XXX0 and XXX1 metal years. For example, 1930, 1931, 1940. 1941, 1950, 1951, 1960, 1961, 1970, 1971, 1980, 1981, 1990. Generally, 1. Can be rigid in expression. 2. Likely to pursue objectives intensely without hesitation. 3. Possibly guided more by passion. 4. May be capable of prolonged effect to get what they want. 5. Can have determined characteristic to success-oriented style. 6. Can be practical and down-to-earth. 7. May prefer to sort and solve problems on their own. 8. May set own objectives. 9. Can lack flexibility and self-reliant. 10. May have strong monetary and accumulative instincts. 11. May be independent and need not rely on anyone. 12. May have tendency to scold people. 13. Can be business-minded. 14. Can handle matters single-handedly. 15. Can be a workaholic. 16. Can be very materialistic. 17. Can be aggressively vocal. 18. May be impatient and impulsive. 19. Can be arrogant. 20. Can be highly critical. 21. Can be highly calculative. 22. May not easily be swayed or influenced by failures, drawbacks, etc. Point to 3, possibly a night bird. 24 can have strong taste for luxury, wealth, and power. 25 totally effective, but must learn to compromise. F2. Characters for people with birth years XXX2 and XXX3 water years, for example 1932, 1933, 1942. 1943, 1952. Generally, 1 may be influential in their expression and thoughts on others without compulsion to. May have good communication skills. 3 may be observant, leading to the ability to accurately gauge future potentials. 4 may capitalize on talents and resources. 5 may have ability to negotiate and compromise without making others feel that they are forced to do. 6 may be able to wear away opposition through their silent and constant efforts. 7 may be able to anticipate when to approach on a given subject. 8 may be flexible and attitudes give and take. 9 may be dependent on others sometimes. Ten may be lazy until last minute. 11 may love traveling and water-based activities or things. 12 can be highly critical, but does not really mean harm. Weaker ones have their tongues faster than their heads. 14 can be a mobile person. 15 may like music. 16 may be able to sing. "17 can be chatty. 18 can be active in outdoor games and sports, especially motor cars. F3. Characters for people with birth years XXX4 and XXX5 wood years, for example 1934, 1935, 1944. 1945, 1954, 1955, 1964, 1965, 1974, 1975, 1984, 1985, 1994, 1995, 2004. Generally, 1 may only want to follow certain principles that they have and they can be stubborn about it. 2 can be very calculative and must get value for the money spent. F3. 3. Possibly jack of all trades but master of none. Everything interests them, but their interests also fade very fast. 4. Possibly everything they want to do may want to be on a grand scale. The wide knowledge that they have is due to their interests in everything. Five may appear to be helpful. However, normally behind that cooperative attitude is a person who has an ulterior motive. She would have considered all aspects and ensured that she receives some benefit from it. 6. May only appear to possess executive and organizing capabilities according to law and order. 7. Possibly cannot work as part of the team. 8 may only want to be a leader of a team. 9 may convince others to join them to form a mighty force to go against or for a certain purpose or project. 10. Possibly behave like politicians. 11. Likely to invest in certain things. 12. Likely to have varied interests. 13. May believe that by developing ideas, they can progress faster. 14. May stab you in the back and cause your downfall. 15. May strategize for negative matters. 16. Possible that whatever they do is never completed. It is always half done because they want to do everything at the same time. 17. May lack perseverance. 18. May have got the mind of a monkey. They are always thinking things and they have wild imagination. 19. May be vengeful in the sense that they must teach the other person a lesson. 20. Possibly too hard to say sorry for their mistakes. Normally do not say sorry. 21. May be too argumentative. They always put up their defenses very fast. Because of this, you will find that people do not usually like their mouth. 22. May not believe things until they experience it. 23. Possible that they are usually nightbirds. 24. May do politicking. 25. Can be a schemer. 26. Can be quarrelsome. 27. Can be manipulative. 28. May stir trouble. 29. May be an attention seeker. 30. May have no peace with almost everyone. 31. Can be sensitive unnecessarily towards any opinions. 32. Can be a drama queen. King. 33. May seek recognition for things done. 34. May be spiteful. 35. May garner support from people to attack others. 36. May use unsuspecting people to attack others, similar to a Chinese saying, literally. Borrowing a knife to kill someone. 37. Can be controlling. 38. Can be dictating. 39. Can be childish. 40. The men may like sporty cars. 41. Tends to complain in most things. This group of people may need to reflect on their characters and conduct remedies. F4. Characters for people with birth years XXX6 and XXX7 fire years, for example 1936, 1937, 1946. 1947, 1956, 1957, 1966, 1967, 1976. Generally, 1. Possibly outspoken for their own good. 2. Can be a born leader displaying the above average abilities. 3. Likely to be aggressive. 4. May have the capability to motivate others to fulfill objectives. 5. Possibly born with the capability to talk, to push people to achieve what they want and always manage to get the point across. 6. May make good politicians. 7. Can be artistic and good designers in the kitchen or elsewhere. 8. Possibly love adventure and innovation. 9. Possibly capable of thinking of new ideas. 10. Can be risk takers and do not fear risks. 11. May like to explore new horizons. e.g.new things, places, etc. 12. May have dynamic action and speech. 13. May tend to be expressive. 14. Possible to be over-ambitious and leads to impatience. 15. Likely able to share rewards with those who deservingly contribute collectively as a team. 16. Possible that when they want something, they want to get to it as soon as possible. As a result, they become impatient and can also be inconsiderate. 17. Likely that they try to achieve their objectives or action plan using force or violence. Possibly they will find that they will face more resistance or even danger. 18. Likely to be sympathetic to the views of others. And they tend to be very down to earth to hear everyone out before a course of action is taken, which will make them very successful indeed. 19. May have to try to curb their impulse tendencies. May not like to wait for anything and must get whatever they want immediately. 20. May tend to behave in a very pampered manner. 21. Can be destructive when they fail to control and direct their energies properly. As fire people, they have the fire burning in them, so whoever they direct their energies to will normally get burnt. However, if their energies are directed in the right direction, the work that they do will be very beneficial. For example, if they direct their energies towards doing social work, conversely, they can behave mafia style and thus can be violent in their action. 22. May constantly attract others to their warmth and brilliance. People, especially the opposite sex, are always attracted to them like a magnet. As a result, these people will always spell trouble for the fire people if the fire people are married or attached. Thus, you will find that if fire people marry young, the marriage will always end in divorce. 23. Can be dandy. They tend to pay too much attention to their appearance and their clothingness. 4. Can be eloquent in speech, good at talking to the extent of saying the untruth. 25. Likely to make mountains out of molehills. 6. Likely to be lazy in action, but active in thought and ideas. 27. Possibly they are always thinking of ways and means to get things done the fastest way. 28. Can be sensitive. Possibly they can react in an unreasonable manner. It will be like an electric shock. You will likely to get burnt if you have said something that she may not like. 29. May often favor the relatives and close friends, etc. They will always take the side of their friends or relatives and will not hesitate to defend them. In the process, you may get burnt. 30. Can be emotional. 31. Can be angry for a while. Very short-tempered at that point of time, but they tend to apologize later when they have cooled down. 32. Possibly makes a very good cook and mother. 33. Can be very good in figures, very good in calculating, but which has nothing to do with mathematics. 34. Likely to be early birds. 35. Have tendency to own beautiful clothes, nice clothes, accessories, etc. 36. Can be very passionate. F5. Characters for people with birth years XXX8 and XXX9 Earth years. For example, 1938, 1939, 1948. 1949, 1958, 1959, 1968, 1969, 1978, 1979, 1988, 1989, 1998, 1999, 2008. Generally, 1. Can have good and quick deduction power. 2. Likely to make good planners and administrators. 3. Possible that they are very meticulous and fussy people. Even all the little things matter. These characteristics are also evident when they are looking for a life partner. Four, maybe grumpy people. 5, likely to optimize their resources. They have the ability to utilize their money such that every cent counts. 6, likely to be thrifty, but not stingy people. Seven, likely to be cautious and good in financial matters, especially holding onto their money, good at holding and accumulating money. 8, can be intelligent and plan their goals well. 9, possibly they look nonchalant and they seldom talk. 10, tends to give the impression that they are not very smart. But this impression is most misleading. Hello, do pay attention to the pictures with Sekhmet products. 11, likely to be down to earth, methodical and discipline inclined, possible that they are very disciplined people. Possibly once they assure you, they will make sure that they do it. 12, they make good managers, likely to build a solid foundation for any company. 13, may often do things with reasons and not with emotions. This is applicable to business. 14, when it comes to family matters, likely that they become very emotional as they are very family-oriented. 15, they may move slowly, but the results are normally good and lasting. They can be very fast at what they do as well. 16, can be conservative by nature. They will follow whatever is already experienced by others. 17, likely that they are not risk takers. 18, likely that they never venture to try. 19, possible that their mental thinking is such that they want to follow the beaten track. 20, they can be old-fashioned as well. 21, likely don't believe in exaggerating their findings, calculations, and expectations. 22, may lack of imagination, overprotective of their own interests, and have an unadventurous outlook to life. 23, possibly they are not greedy people. 24, likely that they are not very ambitious. As long as they have enough, they prefer to retire to spend time with the family. 5, likely to be very responsible, especially with children, and self-disciplined. 26, they can be very lazy and procrastinate. 27, may fond of eavesdropping. 8, likely to be the worrying type. 29, can normally sleep well. 30, likely to be selfless and sacrifice for family. 31, may love spicy food, likely to reduce consumption of spicy food if they suffer from piles. 32, likely to be too meticulous. 33, possible that they want everything to be done fast. 34, can be the timid and suspicious type. G. How to ward off bad and worse times. Meditate the Sekhmet MS to weigh more, as this will help to ward off bad luck enormously. Lie. This is because more spiritual exercise will develop your intuition and thus help you to ward off or avoid pitfalls or avoid dangers. Do the good luck pendant bath. No matter how difficult the bad times, there is also good times, or like the popular idiom, every cloud has a silver lining. Always wear Sekhmet pendants. Use other Sekhmet products and say Namo Sekhmet repeatedly for good luck, good tidings. Harmonious relationships, reducing hardship, suffering, and pain in life. It's important note. Some of these characteristics do not apply to everybody. This is possible due to meditation and spiritual exercise. That some of these characteristics will be erased. Kindly view other mystic nature videos. About Suk Madman's teaching and Feng Shui matters, the and thank you.